Since going public with their relationship in late 2022, Brad and Ines have never hidden their closeness, appearing together on the Venice Film Festival red carpet, walking hand in hand at major premieres from the US to Europe, and most recently, standing side by side through some of Brad's most sorrowful days. Ines even took the initiative to send her condolences to the entire Pitt family, showing that she is not only deeply connected to Brad, but is also making an effort to build ties with the people closest to him. Yet there is something unusual. Despite living together since early 2024, despite appearing in public and sharing important milestones, Ines has never met Brad Pitt's children, especially his biological children, including twins Knox and Vivienne. While the relationship between Brad and Ines has clearly moved beyond the trial phase, he continues to maintain an invisible boundary, keeping his romantic life separate from his role as a father. Why is that? For a man who has been through high-profile and turbulent relationships like Brad, introducing a new partner to his children is not just a gesture of affection, it is a strategic decision. He has witnessed many families in the entertainment world experience turmoil when a new face enters the children's lives too soon, and he himself paid a heavy price when his private life was relentlessly scrutinized during the golden family years with Angelina Jolie. Their 6 children have grown up under the glare of the media, lived through their parents' divorce on the front pages of global newspapers, and understand well the weight of the public spotlight. So perhaps, behind the image of Brad Pitt smiling beside Ines on the red carpet, is a father carefully calculating each step to protect his children from the intrusion of public opinion. And how far will this relationship go if one day Ines truly enters that tightly guarded circle? The story behind this decision may just change the way many people see love, family, and Brad Pitt himself. If you only read the headline, Brad Pitt is receiving support from his girlfriend Ines de Ramon after his mother's passing, and then scroll past, you would miss an entire, deeply layered story about family bonds, loss, and how a man known across the globe seeks small, ordinary anchors in the most painful moments of his life. The death of Jane Etta Pitt, the woman who raised and shaped Brad's character, is not merely sad news for a Hollywood family. It is also a stark reminder of the fragile line between the glare of fame and the shadow of grief. At 84, Jane left after a lifetime devoted to being a mother, a grandmother, and a quiet companion to her loved ones. She was not a celebrity, yet she was the very center of Brad Pitt's life, the source of the steadfast public image he has carried. What stands out is that in this time of mourning, Ines de Ramon, the woman who only entered Brad's life in 2022, has become his greatest emotional pillar. Her presence and role go far beyond that of a, quote, comforting girlfriend. They reflect how Brad has opened his heart to let someone into a deeply private circle that few are ever allowed to reach. According to sources, Ines has not only been by Brad's side, but has also proactively reached out and sent condolences to the entire Pitt family. This shows that their relationship has moved beyond the personal and into the fabric of the family's emotional bonds, something many couples in the entertainment industry never achieve. This story also offers a compelling perspective. Brad Pitt, one of the most successful actors in the world, an Oscar winner, currently filming a Netflix blockbuster with director David Fincher, still had to pause part of his glittering life to face the loss of his mother. In moments like these, all fame, packed schedules, and flashing cameras fade into the background, giving way to the vast emptiness of grief. Brad is not alone in this pain. His younger brother Doug, sister Julie, and 14 grandchildren are all sharing in the mourning. The image of his niece Sydney posting on Instagram, calling Jane Grammy with the biggest heart, and her tradition of creating a special day for each grandchild, reveals a profoundly human detail. To Jane, every family member was a unique individual to be cherished. It is a kind of personalized affection that not every family possesses, even among loved ones. This event also prompts reflection on Brad Pitt's relationship with his family, something often overshadowed by headlines about his career or romantic life. Jane Pitt was not only a mother, but also a quiet companion on his long journey from Springfield, Missouri to the red carpets of Venice. Brad allowing Ines to be the one allowed to stand beside him at this moment is a clear sign that she has crossed invisible boundaries to become part of the family story. In Hollywood culture, it is rare for anyone to be granted entry into the most private space of an A-list star, especially during a time of mourning. Even though they have lived together, held hands on the red carpet, and appeared side by side at major events from the US to Europe, Brad Pitt has yet to introduce the woman he loves, Ines de Ramon, to his children. For a man who has endured high-profile and turbulent relationships, This is not merely a personal choice. It is a strategic decision, an emotional boundary, and also a test of the relationship's durability. The question is, what makes a 62-year-old man, world-famous and long accustomed to the constant scrutiny of the public eye, so cautious about bringing his girlfriend into the most private circle of all, his family and children? To understand this, we need to look back at the context in which Brad and Ines' relationship began and developed. They started dating in late 2022, at a time when Brad had just emerged from the most intense period of his years-long divorce from Angelina Jolie. Legal disputes over child custody, assets, and public image had never truly settled. In such circumstances, stepping into a new relationship required more than just feelings. It demanded careful calculation, how to protect himself, protect his partner, and most importantly, shield his children from media pressure. By early 2024, Ines had moved in with Brad. They have not hidden their relationship, appearing together at the Venice Film Festival, promoting the movie F1, traveling across Europe, and more recently, Ines standing by Brad's side during his most sorrowful moment, the passing of his mother. These milestones suggest the relationship has gone beyond the trial phase and reached a deeper level of commitment. Yet it is precisely here that Brad's caution becomes most telling. He has kept his new romantic life separate from his role as a father. The reason goes beyond simply wanting to be sure. Brad Pitt has seen too many cases in the entertainment world, where introducing a new partner to children too soon causes unnecessary emotional disruption. Moreover, he has personally endured the intense media pressure that came with going public with Angelina Jolie years ago, which led to the so-called golden family image being scrutinized daily. Brad knows well the price of letting the world into the most intimate corners of his life. Not introducing Ines to his children also reflects a shift in how Brad approaches love in his 60s. He is no longer the man who rushes headlong into a relationship with impulsive passion, allowing the public to shape the narrative. Instead, he controls the pace, builds space for both sides to truly understand each other, and only when he is certain the relationship is strong enough will he allow Ines to enter what he considers inviolable, the father-child bond. It is worth remembering that Brad and Angelina's 6 children are not just ordinary kids. They have grown up under the glare of the media, experienced their parents' divorce on the front pages of global newspapers, and witnessed many family upheavals. Any change in their inner circle carries deep psychological weight. For Brad, bringing someone new into his children's lives is not merely an emotional choice, it is an ethical responsibility. Brad and Ines' relationship, therefore, stands out in Hollywood's usual cycle of fall in love, go public, break up, within a few seasons. It shows a love that is carefully safeguarded, a quiet cultivation of trust rather than a search for public validation. In a world where everything is instantly shared, keeping one vital part of personal life out of the spotlight is Brad's way of protecting them both, himself and the woman he loves. The question remains, when will Ines meet Brad's children? No one knows for sure. But judging by how he is building the foundation of this relationship, it seems that day will come only when every element, from emotions and trust to family stability, is firmly in place. And when it happens, it may be more than just a family introduction. It could mark the moment Brad Pitt truly closes an old chapter and opens a new one that is calmer, more enduring. Interestingly, it is this very weight that makes the public perceive Brad and Ines' relationship differently. It is not labeled a fling or PR stunt like so many other Hollywood romances. Instead, people see patience, respect, and a mature kind of love, the kind that does not prove itself through speed, but through endurance over time and through life's most important moments. Perhaps, in an era when relationships are easily displayed across social media, keeping part of one's life private is the most powerful proof of real love. For Brad Pitt, Ines de Ramon is already an important part of his life, but to his children and to the world, she remains an unwritten chapter. And sometimes, it is those unopened chapters that make people curious, make them wait, and make them believe that when the page is finally turned, it will be the most valuable part of the story.